was the missing piece. That's what we're
Right.
saying. And the Warriors are 21-4 in the games where Jimmy plays. And Jimmy was not at the podium. He was in the locker room. Let's take a listen.
I'm pretty sure everybody's tired. Everybody's a little bit nicked up. But it's always good to get a win. We got a day off tomorrow to gather, spend some time with our family and our loved ones, and then we're right back to it.
Kerr said that there's a discussion, coaches had with you and Draymond and Steph whether you wanted to play. Obviously, it's an incredible schedule. What was that conversation like?
It was like, how y'all feeling? We're thinking about this, and I think I can speak for all of us, and we realize how important every single one of these games are going down the stretch here. We wanted to compete. We wanted to win for sure on our home floor, get a rhythm going, get everybody back. And I think we did our job tonight. So as often as we can, we all want to take the floor, and we all want to help win.
Given the schedule, and obviously at Memphis, at the Lakers, Denver on a back-to-back, what does that tell you about what this team, how good this team is right now?
It's good for us. It shows what we're capable of, home or away, against some really good teams. And we're going to need that confidence. We're going to need that preparation for what we're trying to do in a long haul, which is win a championship. But it helps when the guys are healthy, guys are confident, and guys are all out there playing together.
This is like the first long road trip that you have had with this team in this way. And you guys had the Brian reunion, you guys played together. How much did this help even more for your integration process here, just having a long road trip with these guys and being successful ultimately?
It's the same. I'm not going to say that the long road trip did anything different. We really enjoy being around each other. We enjoy playing basketball together. So we did as much stuff as we could when we was on the road. And then when push came to shove, we went out there and we competed our asses off. We didn't win every game like we were expected to, but we got 30 back and we started putting them together.
Hey, Jimmy, people talk about joy with this team. Is that a real thing, or on the outside we don't know? Are you feeling that?
Yeah, I can feel it. I mean, everybody loves when somebody else is doing great, and that's the true definition of joy, I believe. When you're celebrating somebody else's success, when somebody else has a great game, we know it. They know what they're capable of. And it's really fun to celebrate when somebody else hits a big shot or somebody else goes on a run or has a career high or does something that they haven't done before. That's the true definition of joy.
Is that fun when you guys are really cooking like that?
Appreciate you.
We're a lot of times tonight and in recent weeks.
Yeah. It's always fun to win. Don't get me wrong. But it's always fun when BP is having hell of a games. You expect it from Steph. But QP can do it. JK does it. Mo be doing it. Dre does it on both sides of the ball. So that's the best part of this game, when you see one of your teammates doing something incredible and you get to smile, you get to celebrate.
Some people are saying that it seems like the crowd can feel what's happening here. Did you sense that from this crowd tonight?
Yeah. I mean, you feel that when Steph's on the floor, home or away. So we get that benefit of the doubt that we always got him on the floor. So I think everybody knows that we always have a chance to win the game when we got Steph. But, man, when the crowd gets into it on the home floor, there's nothing like it. I like the Warriors' chance. I like everybody standing up. I like the MVP chance that he's getting well-deserved. It's all good things when we're at home.
Even after this road trip.
All right, Jimmy looks tired. You can see it in the eyes. I mean, Draymond was saying, I'm exhausted. I want to go home. But what are they playing for right now?
Yeah, you spend 2 weeks on the road and 6 different cities. You can say, well, they spent 3 days in Miami or 4 days in Miami and yada, yada. But still, you're away from home for all that time, and you're living out of a suitcase. Steve Kerr said that he did 3 loads of laundry today.
There you go. That's what he did pregame.
Yeah. So they are all exhausted tomorrow. Being off tomorrow is like they're all hallelujah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so the Warriors in the 5th seed right now. They were chasing the Lakers yesterday. They were 1 game behind the Lakers yesterday, but this is tonight. This is a brand new day. The Lakers have leapfrogged the Nuggets to go into 3rd. Okay, so things are still bunched up. There's still room for the Warriors potentially to reach that 4 seed.
Absolutely.
What do you think about those chances?
Pretty good, because if you're half game behind Denver, who's at 4 now, and you're 1 game behind the Lakers, you don't see either of those teams anymore. But, the way the West is breaking out, there's going to be teams beating up on each other from now until April 13th. Mm-hmm. It's just going to happen. The Warriors have really 2 rugged games left, and that is Houston on Sunday and then that is the Clippers the following
The very
Sunday, the
last
season
game
finale.
of the season.
In between that, you have the Spurs and the
Blazers.
Trail Blazers. And who else? There's somebody else in there that you don't fear.
I missed it.
Yeah, there's three teams left, and you don't fear any of those teams. So where the Warriors are right now, you're thinking, you know what? They can afford to lose 3 games, but they have no business losing 3 games. And so you look at where they are right now, how far they've come over the past few weeks, really. You know, remember they were in 11th place?
Yeah, I remember it was. We looked at it. It was January 13th. That's when the Warriors dipped below 500 for the first time this season. It was the awful loss against the Raptors, and that gave the front office 3 weeks to say, like, what are we going to do to transform this team? So it feels great not to talk about a 500 team anymore, because those were the first months of the season.
Yes. The other team that I'm missing is Phoenix.
Okay.
Phoenix is a mess right now.
And I feel bad. Booker and KD, that's a powerful duo, but they have not been able to figure it out this season.
No, they are on the outside looking in, and there's no indication that they're going to be going any higher than where they are right now. Yeah. It's like every game they win, they lose the next 2. And it's been like that all season long. So that's a game the Warriors should win. Because in Phoenix, you know, they're already looking forward to the offseason. You know, so Phoenix and the Spurs and the Trailblazers are 3 wins right there the Warriors should take.
Okay.
Now, Houston, tough, but they're at home.
Yeah.
They'll have a day off.
Tighten the loss column with the Denver Nuggets. How about that? Still a game up on the T-Wolves as the T-Wolves jump up to the 6th spot in the Western Conference. The Clippers hanging tough there with the 7th spot, 45-32, tied with Minnesota and the Memphis Grizzlies. So you have a 3-way tie for 6th place in the Western Conference. You have the Mavericks at 9, and the Kings there. They blew out the Charlotte Hornets tonight. They're now 37-40, but the Warriors now a game behind the Lakers in the loss column. However, the Lakers have the tiebreaker over the Dubs, as well as Denver. They have the tiebreaker over the Golden State Warriors, but it is important that the Warriors are playing their best basketball right now.
Really close race. This is why every game at this point is the most important game, because one loss could mean dropping all the way back to 9th in the NBA right now in the West. And that means you're in the box. That means you're playing for your life. You're essentially playing a game to see if you move on or you stay back. Plus, the Warriors don't want to be in the box because they want a week off in between the regular season and the playoffs. So a lot to play for right now, but also a reason why it's so inspiring that in a playoff-type atmosphere, on a back-to-back, you need to win. You got all your guys are banged up right now. Steph Curry, Gary Payton II, Jonathan Kuminga, Jimmy Butler, all these guys on the injury report. But tonight, coming out in the game, didn't even matter if it was a back-to-back, you're tired, you're not, playing incredible basketball. Defense was really impressive. All those things are a positive sign for the Warriors and just a reason for the confidence to continue to build.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are playing so well now, too, that a lot of those bumps and bruises are being pushed aside because they feel so good about how the team is performing. And I think, too, the motivation is to stack. They got 5 games left. Make sure they finish out of the play-in situation. That means you're playing great basketball, but maybe more importantly, you get that week off to rest, recover, and prepare for your first-round playoffs.
They may mess around and get a home court advantage in the first round, which is insane to think about with where they were back in early February here as we take a look at tonight's Toyota